Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for June the 1st through to the 15th. So yes, we're just coming off the new moon in Gemini, which has occurred somewhere either the 30th or the 31st of May, depending on where you are in the world. And when I was tuning in for you, Capricorn, I was getting this sense that you were kind of concentrating and focusing on something. You were sitting at a desk, looking down at something, you were kind of working and focusing on this. Then suddenly it kind of expanded inside of your mind. Something shifted and changed with it. So I do feel like, yeah, there's an expansion of what an idea or a plan or, yeah, it's interesting. Let's see what energy is coming in. What message do we have for Capricorn? Oh, that one just kind of flew out. Let's see. What is it? The Three of Feathers, release and recovery. Okay, interesting. So the Three of Feathers coming in is, saying that perhaps you've seen the light with something. And, yeah, I kind of just felt like it was this energy that was focused in on this thing, and then it kind of opens up like that, which is the release. And it allows you to kind of let go of some energy that potentially was either misdirected or trapped in some way. And so it has this beautiful energy of, yeah, I mean, it's got this recovery energy around it, but yeah, it's a nice energy, and it can be that something has been particularly hurting you or wounding you, or there was some sort of wound that's been triggered under the surface that you were trying to get your head around, or that you were focusing and concentrating. But the hold on it, the hold that this energy had over you just gets released, which is interesting. Let's see what else is coming through for you, Capricorn. So I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. I always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Capricorn. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. So we've got Cup 6, Neptune, Scorpio. Okay, so something from the past has returned that potentially, or someone from the past, an issue from the past you're kind of looking at. And for whatever reason, you just get released from it. So, yeah, and it feels like this could have been something that ran deep with you. You know, it could have been something that the memories are starting to blur, or it's starting to fade a bit into the background, or that there was something very deep, an emotional connection or a very deep psychological connection with somebody or a place or an event that the boundaries kind of got blurred, or it's something like you got lost in it or felt very lost at the time. Everything's feeling a bit fuzzy at this moment in time, but it's like you were, for whatever reason, this energy had a hold over you, and there may be the need for some kind of forgiveness that's coming in around this as well. But yeah, there's something from the past that is deep, a deep energy from the past that is being released. So there's a bit of healing that's coming in around that, which is nice. So let's see what else is coming through for you, because there's a lot of energy wanting to move forward. That's the thing, because when Mars moves into Aries, Jupiter is in Aries, Capricorn is exalted in Mars, so it works really well with this very strong Mars energy. And so this is where you're going to want to have all energy. The universe is kind of helping you release any kind of trapped energy so it can move productively into something that this Mars energy is wanting you to start and to initiate and to work on. So yeah, you might actually feel a kind of a bit of a surge of energy once this release occurs. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so something fated is coming in. The universe is saying, get ready. Things are about to shift and change. The Five of Pentacles, you may not see it at this moment in time, the Ace of Swords, or it could be around your financial situation. The Empress, wow. Okay. You may not be looking forward to this shift and change, but the universe is bringing some good stuff in with it, I have to say. The Temperance energy in the recent past, the Seven of Swords, this allows you to kind of move on and create an exit plan, a strategy for moving forward. The Emperor, here you are. This is a very strong Aries energy that it's like you've got the Emperor and the Empress here. Wow. You are like going to make something successful and make it happen. The Eight of Pentacles, definitely could be around your work. Again, we've got this Six of Cups energy coming back. We need to have a look at this. The Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Wow. There's so much coming in around that, and the Four of Swords. So, yeah, there's a mixed bag of energies here for you, Capricorn, to be honest. I mean, this is the thing, Wheel of Fortune. Fate steps in. Maybe you've had bad experiences with fate and change in the past because you're crossed by the Five of Pentacles is that you're kind of not necessarily seeing it as a good thing. Coming in here, it may feel like feels like there's lack, or it may even be bringing in feelings of things not working out or things getting worse, or, not getting, you're scared of not getting what it is that you want. So it's kind of interesting because I feel like it's more just a fear of something that potentially occurred in the past, which is not necessarily happening this time around. It feels like very different energy this time around. Interestingly, in your conscious mind, you've got the Ace of Swords. So I think it's like you're kind of quite clear. I mean, this is the gift of clarity, some very, very even brilliant thinking or new ideas that are coming in with this. The Ace of Swords can be new contracts as well. But it can be that there's very, very understanding the need for very, very clear communication, and to be able to, and wanting to see something really clearly where it feels like, something's shifting and changing, and you not necessarily sure of the outcome at this point in time. So, yeah, interesting. At the base, you've got the Empress, though, because this is actually a really nice energy. The root of the issue is potentially around love and money, abundance and wanting. When the Empress comes in, it's strangely expect a great outcome or expect a good result of some sort. So the Empress could also be around like a big love, somebody that you really love in your life, or something that you really love. So yeah, there's two things happening here because we've got all the cups. We've got a relationship that's in here, but we've also got the relationship to money here with this Five of Pentacles coming in, and work. Some of you who are out of work are looking for work at this moment in time. So these are very successful energies with the Emperor and Empress, but it's also a highly compatible relationship that's coming in. So you might be thinking about somebody in particular, and there's issues from the past coming back around, potentially around this relationship. In the recent past, we've got the Temperance. So this could be to do around health, issues around health. The Temperance does represent health and healthcare, but it also can say that something was in the need of rebalancing or something rebalanced. It's kind of saying there's an alchemical shift and change, and something is changing form, and the change itself is unsettling in a way. So the Temperance energy is kind of where something realigned and came back to itself. And with the Ace of Swords, there is this sense of realignment, but it's also, perhaps you're thinking with this opportunity that the change that's coming in, that you've got the opportunity to cut some ties with some things that are no longer resonating or don't feel right for you, or feel like there's a lack here. You're wanting to prosper and bring in more. So the Temperance energy has kind of brought you back into some kind of alignment, which has allowed a bit of a release and recovery, which has propelled you into the Seven of Swords energy, which is like, okay, I'm getting one foot out of that old restrictive energy and one forward towards the new, and I'm making plans for this. I want a little bit more freedom. I want less restrictions around me, restricted people or limited ways of thinking, or even just like external restrictions. So you're thinking of a plan and a strategy. It's like you're using that very clear, intelligent mind of yours, that very clear thought, finding the clarity to make this strategy and this plan. So the Seven of Swords can be where you're reevaluating plans, you're shifting and changing. It does require a bit of flexibility, but you're wanting to make this something that's really successful. And so it's almost like you're reworking something that occurred in the past that hurt you, and you're saying, this time around, I'm going to make it work. This time I'm going to make it a success. So I've got the power of, with this Ace of Swords, I've got the power of foresight in front of me because of previous experiences, which is actually really fantastic. You're turning up as the Emperor. So you are like, I'm taking ownership of this. I'm in control. I'm powerful. I'm doing this, I'm initiating and activating this change. I'm stepping up. I'm taking charge. I'm large and in charge here with the Emperor energy. So I love that coming in for you, Capricorn. So energy surrounding you, we've got the Judgment card. There is a lot of big major arcanas that are happening right at this moment that is being activated with this change. It does calm down a little bit, Capricorn. So it might feel quite intense at this moment, but I can see it kind of starting to flow and shift forward, which is nice. But the Judgment energy, this is very much a sense that there's been some kind of heralding or a clear message that's come through, or clear communication from potentially, perhaps you've heard this before, or perhaps it's from somebody or something from your past has come back. And it's very much like it needs to be cleared out, released and recovered. With the Judgment energy, something that you thought had been laid to rest has come back up to be cleared. But the Judgment energy is like a very, very strong message that's coming in around that. It can feel like a calling, and it's wanting you to transition into this next phase that's coming in for you. So, but I do feel like there's a little bit of resistance to that on your behalf, but it is asking you to do this. It's saying that things can't remain as they are at this moment in time, that they are shifting and moving. And so if you want to move successfully into this energy, you need to kind of, the Judgment energy can sometimes be where you just really feel like cleaning or clearing, but there's just a lot of energy from the past that's come up here around that. Hopes and fears, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, and this is where, either you're wanting to work or you're wanting something to work. This could be around, there's definitely a lot of stuff to do with relationships and old relationships, but there's also a sense that there's potentially a shift because the Eight of Pentacles represents your work of some sort, or what it is that you're spending a lot of time working on. Now, this could be the relationship that you're working on, or maybe you've worked on a lot of issues from the past that you're actually finally been able to kind of think, okay, maybe I can finally cut some ties with it and move on and free myself. So it's kind of interesting because as an outcome, we've got the Six of Cups, which is a trip down memory lane. It is something from the past returns. But ultimately what it's doing is that you're taking some good things from that memory, or some things that worked. There's a little bit of nostalgia for the past, because it's like you want to bring that into the future as well. You want to take that and bring this with you, especially if it's around a relationship with somebody that you truly love here with this Queen of Cups energy. I feel like there's someone around you that, that you've got a lot of love for. And it's very much somebody that is at the root of the issue here with the Empress energy. The Queen of Cups is very much a nurturing, loving, can even be like a mother energy or a big love energy. It can be how you're looking after your health. So this could be a great time to kind of start some kind of health regime that's rebalancing, that's very nurturing for you, in fact, which is actually really nice. So that's actually something that comes in terms of your health. But this also is a sense that you're wanting to bring, you've been freed of an old energy that has been very restrictive, but there's also something really nice that you're wanting to bring into the future. And so potentially there's somebody here that you want to bring a really loving message to. And this person could be somebody that you've got quite a bit of history from, or you haven't seen for a long time, or somebody that's connected to your past. So connected to your childhood, or it can even be, siblings, friends, mother. But this can be existing partnerships as well. It's just that it's almost like this energy of I don't want it to change. I want it to kind of things to stay where they are. I wish, or I could wish I could bring back some of the good times. There's a little bit of nostalgia around this as well. But I do feel like there's a sense of being really kind and loving to somebody. There's a sense of you're giving this gift, this beautiful gift of love or something really nice to somebody, and looking after somebody that has, needs it. So it's a very generous and kind and loving thing that you're doing here. And if this might be you, maybe you feel like you're needing it and somebody's coming towards you and saying, follow your heart with this one. You know, somebody's really, again, there's a lot of love and forgiveness that comes in with it. So yeah, for some of you, this is like a romantic gesture. You know, someone coming back and doing something really lovely for you. It's just a very beautiful thing that's occurring here with the Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. You know, somebody's giving somebody a lot of love, the love that they need. And so, yeah, it's a beautiful energy. And so for some of you, you need like a bit of a rest. You need to have a sanctuary to come back to, a place where you can find some peace of mind, where you can really kind of lay down and let go of. It's kind of interesting because this Three of Feathers is the equivalent of the Three of Swords. And this is the Four of Swords, where you can see these laid the three swords, and just put it to rest for the moment, or just put it to rest in general. You know, it's being a cord has been cut with it. And so it's finally kind of laying something to peace, laying something to rest, and finding the peace within the rest and recovery that's coming in here. So give yourself the love, give yourself the nurturing that you need with this. It's a very soft and sensitive kind of energy. It may be revisiting a mourning process as well, mourning the past. But you could be feeling very sensitive, very emotional with this energy that's coming through. But there's also a sense of deep peace that comes with this, of finally laying an issue that was hurting you from the past to rest, and to be able to think, okay, finally I can move on from that energy and be freed from something that was having a negative hold and holding you back perhaps. So yeah, it's different energy for you here, Capricorn, actually. Very, very different. So, and sometimes it is just understanding that things are shifting and changing, and sometimes there's nothing we can do about that other than greet it with open arms. It says, this is your affirmation card. My thoughts are creative. I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind. No person, place, or thing has any power over me, for I am the only thinker in my mind. I create my own reality and everyone in it. And yeah, I mean, this energy that's being released is very much in the element of air. It is something that was inside your mind. Maybe it could have been a belief system around anything, but I love how it says, no person, place, or thing has any power over me. I'm the only thinker in my mind. So you're creating your own reality here, and it's a loving reality. It's a reality full of love and compassion, a reality where you bring the good things from the past into it and releasing some of the past hurts. So it's actually, this sense of transitioning into a whole other space, a whole other phase of life in a way. And it's something that you've been deeply working on for a long time, something that's going to be a very successful shift for you as well. And it's going to free you of some energies that there's a deep renewal and recovery that comes in, a restoration that comes through with this, which feels really, really important. There may have been a real soul weariness that came in around it, and it's just allowing yourself to recover, because your energy is going to be needed elsewhere soon. But the universe is wanting you to kind of honor these feelings and these processes at the moment. Wow. We've got the two hearts. That's so beautiful. I mean, we've got the Emperor and the Empress. And we've got this beautiful act of love, or love coming towards you. The two hearts coming together. This definitely is around love, this reading, love and relationships, whether this is a current love that you're working with, or whether this is a sense of finding peace with a love that you've moved on from. It feels very kind of deep and profound shift here around all of this. So Yeah, that's it, Capricorn. I'm going to leave it there. It's actually a very different reading for you, where I feel like you're connecting in a lot to some emotions and feelings that ultimately, like when they come up and out, they can be, it's allowing yourself to feel these feelings. And then there's the deep recovery and renewal that comes with it afterwards. So it's a process, and it's about honoring that. But it does feel like there's this, I want to say, like an eternal love here between these people here, whoever the Empress and the Emperor, whoever this Empress is, and it's not gender specific, whoever this big love is in your life. There's a sense of this love will always exist, even if it's not on this earthly plane, which is, the energy that's coming through. So I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now, Capricorn. We're going to look at this in the near future and the future beyond. We're going to see what's happening with this strategy that you're forming here with the Seven of Swords, freeing yourself from something, an exit strategy of sorts, and what's happening when this beautiful love and compassion comes towards you, and even health and healing. So where is this all going? Because it does feel like it's got this very poetic, kind of dreamy, very, nice. It's almost Romeo and Juliet-ish energy to it, because it's got a little bit of love. It's got a little bit of everything in it. So where is this all going? I feel like something's been left behind, and you're transitioning into a whole new phase. So we're going to see what energies are coming towards you, what energies you're going to be working with further down the track, who's coming towards you, and a bit of information about managing and working with this energy, and unearth anything else that you need to know, some clarifiers. And we're just going to explore this further and look further into the future and look into it a little bit deeper. So if this has really resonated and you want to explore this further, I'd love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below, and I usually pin the link to the comments as well. But if this is where we're leaving each other, Capricorn, take care. And with this energy here, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, this is doing something really special for either yourself or somebody else. So it's a lovely thing. So please take care. And did I say please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment? I can't remember. But if I have said it twice, I've said it twice. And look forward to seeing you next time, Capricorn.